We are back, and we are joined now by the Minister of Natural Resources, Mr. Derrick Dalley. Welcome to the show, sir. Oh, wrong line. Now I got you.
Good morning, Pete.
Good morning to you. All right, so everybody's talking Newfoundland ponies all of a sudden. Who knew?
They are indeed.
What is this all about? Why is this initiative coming forward now to make it a federal protection situation rather than provincial? And why would we even consider doing this?
Well, let's just a little brief history on this, Pete, according to how I understand the issue, and it's been ongoing for some time. I mean, this is the provincial government recognized the Newfoundland Pony Society and certainly brought in legislation back in the 90s to recognize the Newfoundland pony as a heritage animal for the province. Mm-hmm. And in the Newfoundland Pony Society, this is one of the confusing aspects of this, I guess, and what's driving some of the polarization on this view is that the Newfoundland Pony Society were always of the position, and certainly understands even in their constitution, that they would work towards breed status. But they've changed, obviously, that position. But yet there's still many pony owners, I guess, who would like to reach that breed status and register under the Animal Pedigree Act with the federal government, which would in turn give the breed, some would argue, more status and more value. So there's opposing views here, both in the province and outside of the province. And we have been approached, I guess, as through this whole process, and the federal government set up a core working group, in which we supported the core working group to try and bring the two sides, two opposing views together and see if you could find some common ground. So that's the effort, I guess, that my officials have been doing, trying working with the Newfoundland Pony Society and the core working group to try and see if there's common ground on this issue. So I know one of your callers indicated that nobody knew about this. Well, the Newfoundland Pony Society were well aware of the core working group, and I understand attended the meeting as well. So,
well, I started to hear about it at least a year ago. I know it's been ongoing for longer than that, but there seems to be this fear. First of all, people don't know really about the value of this breed status, and there's a fear that this can open it up to people outside the province taking the breed and changing it, fooling with it so it's not as pure, or what we have come to understand and appreciate as the Newfoundland pony.
And probably a fair concern, but it's my understanding there's nothing to stop breeders right now. I mean, once you own a Newfoundland pony, you have a right to go and breed your pony. It's my understanding. So if it's interbreeding or whatever might be the case. So based on the registry, that may make some changes. But I mean, I think the Newfoundland Pony Society has a registry. And then if you were going to a national registry, again, it changes the value. I understand, and that's some of the reasoning around this, and give it a stronger identity. But it's my understanding, Pete, that the decisions around what a pony owner does with their pony certainly rest with the owner.
Okay, well, where is this going to go next, and is there any bringing these two groups together?
Well, I think, and that's something I'd like to clarify as well, because there's lots of comments going around about the position of government, and I'll certainly clarify, and I clarified in the interview I did with CBC a few days ago. For us, I mean, the first priority is the heritage status of the animal. It's got a long history in the province, one that we're proud of and very supportive of, and that's not going to change. So whatever direction this goes in, obviously the first and foremost priority for us is the protection of the heritage status. Mm-hmm. But certainly for me as minister, we are not driving this issue. We are not forcing this issue. We're not driving this and pushing the registry for the federal government. This is going to have to come from the animal owners, the Newfoundland Pony Society, and the many, many owners outside of the province. Some would argue, well, they're outside the province, doesn't matter, but the reality is about the Newfoundland pony.
Right.
They have a Newfoundland pony. Many of them have come to the province to get a Newfoundland pony. So for us, we're not driving the issue. It's status quo if they don't find consensus, and we're going to try and facilitate the process, try and help out here to find common ground. If we don't find common ground and we can't get consensus, then from my perspective, this is going to be status quo. We'll maintain our legislation. We'll maintain the protection of the heritage of the animal, mm-hmm. and the Newfoundland Pony Society will be the representative of the Newfoundland pony.
Well, outside of the strength of the status, how are we doing with the pony itself and the population of ponies? I know it got dangerously low there at a certain point in time. Are we doing better now, or are we okay in terms of our numbers, and what measures can be taken to enhance or secure the future of the Newfoundland pony?
Well, I think, the numbers are certainly increasing. I am told that there's more Newfoundland ponies outside of Newfoundland and Labrador than is actually in the province. But I do know. I mean, I've got a Newfoundland pony sanctuary in my district on Change Islands, Nettle-le-Drew, and the people that I know that are actually breeding the Newfoundland pony and taking care of the Newfoundland pony are extremely compassionate about the animal. Take a great pride in the animal. So, I think we're in good shape in that regard. That the people, as you can see from, I guess, some of the recent comments and so on, that people are really, really compassionate and proud of the Newfoundland pony and want to protect that, which is a great thing. And I think it's well about the future of the animal as well.
Yeah, she obviously got a lot of support from Newfoundlanders and Labradorians because they won that Aviva contest, very important pot of money to build a new barn. But, I mean, should these people who are protecting the Newfoundland pony and making sure they're going to be around for tomorrow have to look to programs like that to get what they need to do their work?
Well, there's an individual owner's right, I guess, or choice to own an animal, and some would consider them a pet. I mean, they're less working animal now than historically, probably, but it's there are those who again find different ways and different means to be able to protect the animal. But again, the Newfoundland pony is not just in Newfoundland; it's all across the country. I understand significantly in Ontario, and so I think the breed itself should be in much better shape than it was. But again, this issue about whether it should get breed status and so on. I mean, obviously the Newfoundland Pony Society has changed their opinion and where they'd like to see this go, and certainly as a government, again, I wanted to clarify, Pete, that we're supportive of the Newfoundland pony and the heritage animal. We'll protect that and do all we can to do that, and we're certainly not driving this issue in any direction that's not wanted by the Newfoundland Pony Society and other pony owners.